Oh hi, what's up? Today we are doing a little bit of a different video. We're doing a deck list profile for Phantom Knights. It's a deck I've really started to enjoy playing. Still haven't learned everything about it, but slowly progressing through and learning more about it. And it's a really fun archetype. I do play hero, so it is nice to play something that has more, push to it. So definitely really fun. So we're going to do a Phantom Knight profile. We have a bunch of different engines splashed in here, but I truly believe this and probably Eldritch are the two best decks this format, so we're just going to get right into this. So, the reason Phantom Knights has shot up from tier 1 to probably like meta defining is this right here. So, we're playing 3 Water Enchantress. It's the new card that came out. Sorry if it's not angled properly. Let's just try to angle a bit better for you. So, it's the new archetype that came out, the Adventure Token archetype, or the Adventure archetype, I guess, in the OCG. It's called the Brave engine. Not 100% sure why they just didn't give us that name, but they did not. So we got the Adventure Token. So, Water Enchantress is really good. You can, like, if you start with one in your hand, awesome. If you don't, you can send this to the graveyard through, like, Rusty, and like remove it. And then you get Rite of Aramesir. I think that's how you say this. So this is also another really powerful card for the Adventure Token. This basically, like, you remove that, you get the Rite, and then you get your token, and you just pop off from there by doing that. So it's really important. You play 3 of each. So then you got your 1-ofs for the Adventure Tokens. So Fateful Adventure, you only need 1 copy. Super cheap card, so yet it's really important. But 1 copy. Dracoback is pretty important as well, and then Griffin is your Omni Negate, so you are safe from Nibiru. That is really nice. I wish Hero had something like that, but yeah. So this engine right here. So let's remove this. This engine right here is I believe it's a 9-card engine. Yeah, it's a 9-card engine. These 6 cards right here are very expensive, so I can understand why you wouldn't play this. But I will show later in the video some different options you can go if you can't afford the Adventure Token package, or if you don't like it. It's totally cool. So now for our Phantom Knights. So we are playing 3 Torn Scales. It's a really good Phantom Knight. It's probably the best Phantom Knight in the deck. So, not counting like an extra deck. Torn Scales, you need to play 3. That is no exception. Just a really good card. So, you got 3 Torn Scales, 3 Silent Boots. You also need to play 3. You might be able to get away with 2, but I think 3 is just a really safe option. So, yeah, 3 has never failed me, so why not play 3? So we got that. 2 Ancient Cloak. You could probably put this down to 1. I don't think you need 2. You can get away with 1, but it really depends on what you're going to be putting in to replace it. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, there's so many different things you can put to replace this, so it's not that big of a deal, but, yeah, 2 is fine. You could put it to 1 if you really want to, but 2 is really fine. I never really find it bothering me at all. And then we have our 2 1-ofs. So Stained Greaves, it's not really that important. Obviously you don't cut it, but you never play more than 1. And then Ragged Gloves is another really good card. The Z summon effect of gaining 1,000 attack is neat, and obviously the remove from grave effect, always good. So that's it for the monsters, except the last one, Artifact Scythe. So we are playing the Scythe package. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like this card's super expensive anyways, and neither is Dagda, so why wouldn't you play this effect, this package? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So we're playing the Artifact Scythe. Very annoying for people. We have Rhoda and Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is literally just a free send a Phantom Knight to the graveyard, or we can also send a Water Enchantress now and get, the Adventure Token, and then Rhoda everything in here is essentially a warrior except the, I'm pretty sure, except the adventure stuff. Yeah, the adventure stuff is not, but yeah, you can just grab a warrior, grab a Phantom Knight, easy peasy. Also, we're using the, I don't know if you can tell, we're using the speed duel version of this card. You can't really tell though. So we're using the speed duel version of that and the speed duel version of Foolish Burial, because they just look better. Obviously our 2 Fusion Destiny, and you're probably wondering, Rico, I didn't see any Fusion Destiny targets in the main deck. We will get to that once I finish this up, and I'll explain what's going on. But 2 Fusion Destiny, hero players really enjoyed using Fusion Destiny. It'd be nice if it was at 3, but it's not, because everyone else splashed DPE in their deck, and this is no different. DPE is just super powerful, especially with Scythe Block. It's easy, you know, it's so easy, so you gotta play it. We have 2 Forbidden Chalice and 1 Forbidden Droplet. I am actually getting 2 more Forbidden Droplet to put in this deck. The Chalice are just there as like, I'm not gonna say proxies, but just like they're filling the spot for now. It will be these 2 will be droplets as well, but you want to play 3 droplets. So 3 droplets, really good. You know, sending Phantom Knights to the graveyard, that's where they want to go anyways, or, you know, Water Enchantress, that's where she wants to go. You can also send Draco back to the graveyard if you'd ever need to do that. He'll just attach himself to a token, so that's really good. And then we play 5 trap cards. So we play 3 Fogblade. You can play 2, but I've never really noticed 3 being a bad thing. Don't make fun of me for this one being common and these not. Chill. So yeah, 3 Fogblade, always really good. And then we have the 1 Night's Wing, and then the 1 Brigadine. You need to play these cards. You can get away with not playing them, but it's literally just free extenders, so why wouldn't you? So, doing that, those are all the cards that you need in the deck. I firmly believe that. Like, you can argue getting rid of, who was it? You can argue getting rid of 1 Ancient Cloak, but outside that, every single one of these cards you need. So you have 32 cards. Notice how I said 32. So you need 40 at least, and that's where a lot of these other tech options come in. And I'm not really going to tell you what to play. A lot of this really depends on what you're playing at your locals. And I'm going to show you side deck options as well, and like extra deck, it really depends on what you're playing at your locals. So you can kind of customize this. I would say the deck right here, all this I just showed you, you need 100%. Outside the 1 cloak, you can put it to 1 if you want, but that's whatever. All that, good to have. The rest is really up to you. So, we'll start off with the Destiny heroes. So, I have Plasma and Celestial. I have like so many piles here, so I want to really show a lot of different things. I just need to find my other heroes. There we go. So, I don't have a Dasher. You can run Celestial Plasma. Plasma, super gimmicky in Phantom Knights, but you can definitely run it if you want. Celestial is probably better, but Plasma in different regards is, you know, not bad. Celestial you do need to run pretty... I wouldn't say that, because I'm going to show you something, but Celestial Plasma or Celestial Dasher is what you want. Or you can go a little bit spicier, and you can add 2 Malicious and a Denier. So like I said, the main deck right now is at 32 cards, so you need to add at least 8. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options with this deck because this deck can do so many different things. So, Destiny heroes, you do need 100% figure that out. You need at least 2 for DPE and all that. So, you can either run the Celestial Plasma or Celestial Dasher, or you can do something spicier. You can do Denier and 2 Malicious. Celestial, sometimes getting drawing 2 random cards is nice, but it's not always needed. And I know that might be controversial, but it's not always needed. Where Malicious and Denier give you more extenders. If you can turn Malicious into I wouldn't say 3, but like you can definitely do a lot with this. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do a lot with Denier and Malicious, especially in a deck. Deniers are level 3, so this entire deck is level 3s outside like Griffin. So you can definitely do a lot of cool stuff with Denier Malicious. So that's really up to you and how much spice you feel like you want to do. I've seen success with both, so it's really up to the player building this deck. So you either do Plasma or Celestial, or Dasher Celestial, or you do this package right here. You have 8 spots to fill up, so it doesn't really matter too much. Well, it does, I guess. It really depends on what you want. You want more draw cards? Cool. Go Celestial and then one of the other heroes. If you want a little bit more spice, Malicious and Denier. That is the way to go. The other thing you can do is you can add the Psychic package. So you can run 3 emergency teleports because it's at 3 now, which is insane. And you can run Psychic Welder and Tracker. This is also a really good package. In this spot, for a 3rd Psychic, you would add a... what is its name? You would add a Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is a really good hand trap, especially in this format, because everyone's running adventure tokens, so I think that would be a pretty solid thing. This is 5 cards right here, so let's say you did Malicious Denier. This is your 8 card package right here. And then if you want to go to 41, you would add a Ghost Ogre as your 3rd Psychic. You also don't need to add a 3rd Psychic, you can just have 2. That's what people were doing before. 2 Tracker, 2 Emergency Teleport. Or sorry, 2 Psychic, 2 Emergency Teleport. So it's really up to you. This deck is very customizable, and that's why I'm showing you everything. I know it might not be as like, oh, play this, you'll win. That's not always true. You have to play towards your locals, and there's so many different factors. So this is a 5 card package that you can also add. Now we're gonna get to a little bit of another thing. I apologize, a lot of my cards are in different sleeves just because I'm reorganizing a lot of things. You can add 3 Nibiru. 3 Nibiru is kind of spicy. You can also add the full Tracker package, Plasma and Celestial, and then add Nibiru. Nibiru is a very safe going 2nd card. There are a few decks that obviously Nibiru does nothing to. Nibiru cannot touch Adventure, cannot touch anyone that puts Apollosa on the field unless you have something to negate it. So like there are definitely decks that stop Nibiru, but Nibiru overall is a very good card, especially against rogue decks. Nibiru just destroys rogue decks. So this is really heavily up to you if you want to add Nibiru, but this is a great hand trap to add. Another good hand trap to add is Ghost Ogre. So Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is very strong in this format. It's going to be so strong. It's level 3, it's Psychic, and it's a hand trap, or you can activate it on the field. Something you could do if you don't want the extenders in Tracker and Wielder, you can just run this. This is like completely fine too. No one's gonna look at you funny. You can run 3 Teleport, 3 Ghost Ogre, but Ghost Ogre is very good. I would recommend at least having 1 in the deck. Something I was using was this, so I was running 1 Ghost Ogre and then the Tracker and Welder, and then I had the Emergency Teleport. So this is a really good 6 you can add if you want. I'm not telling you what to do, but just any combination variation of this I think is good. Emergency Teleport I wouldn't say is 100% needed in the deck, but it's definitely very nice to just get extenders, or again, get the camera cutout. Ghost Ogre is very good. I think you should at least run 1 in the deck. That's personally my opinion. Take that for what you will. There's a reason I'm making this video so customizable. You can really mix and match and build the perfect deck you want. I'm just giving you all your options. So Ghost Ogre is really solid. You can also add 3 Ash Blossom. So Ash is just a very good hand trap in general. It doesn't necessarily end people's turns, but it can definitely help. Definitely helps. So Ash Blossom, very solid card. You can add 3 of them into the deck. If you really want to go super hand trap heavy, you would do something like this. So add those, and then your Dasher and your Celestial, or your Plasma Celestial, and you got a perfect 40. That is a very good deck. You know, like that's just straight up really good. And then depending on matchups, you can mix and match and remove with the side deck, which I'll also be showing. So Ash Blossom, super solid card if you can afford it, because I know Ashes aren't necessarily cheap. If you can afford it, why not? You can add an Ash package. So the last 5 cards here are basically, if you can't afford the adventures, which I can't blame you, this is expensive. I got very, very lucky with some of my box pulls. I got a few collector's rares and stuff like that, and I was able to get all this. So I was very, very lucky and fortunate. So if you cannot afford this, you can go the older Phantom Knights route. That included these 2 right here, Grav and Seer, Burning Abyss monsters. They were really, really solid. You can add them with something like a tour guide if you really want to, and it's not going to say it. I guess it's a little bit more budget. This deck, if you don't care about rarities and stuff, this deck can be a little bit budget, tiny bit. But yeah, so you can add these 2. You can also add 2 dangers, so Jackalope and Tushinoko, I think that's how you say his name. You can add these 2. They want to be sent to the graveyard sometimes, so yeah. Plus they're both level 3s. Obviously just really good extra extenders. And then a junk forward, a common junk forward. You know, control no monsters, you can just special summon this card from your hand. It's super basic. It's a super good effect. Why not? Hell, you can even add this into your deck now, even with the adventures. It's just an extra extender for you. So no one's gonna blame you for that. That is it for the main deck. So you have many options here. You have many options. If you want a perfect 40, you literally just pick 8 from what I showed you. If my personal Phantom Knights deck, the one I'm playing with, I'm using everything here. I'm playing 42, I believe. I think it's 42 cards. I've had tremendous success with the deck. I really love playing it. It's such a difference to Hero. So I personally love the deck. So basically pick 8 cards from everything I showed you, preferably also with combos, you know. So this is a package that you would put together, and then if you want to add a Ghost Ogre, you got 6 cards, add 2 more. So you could do this package, which is 5 cards, plus 1 Ghost Ogre, plus 3 Ash, that's 40. You can also do 1 Ash and add the Destiny Heroes. You can do a lot of different stuff. So this deck is it's a little bit of a toolbox. You can add a lot of different stuff. So next, I'm going to show you the extra deck that we're currently using. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way. I apologize, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So the extra deck is pretty basic, but I'll give you some tech options. Unfortunately, I think there's 2 cards I don't have. No, there's 1 card I don't have that I'm going to be getting like really soon, so I apologize for that. But we're running the 1 Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. You only need 1, so that is pretty much it. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer works with Sight. You just pop something, and in general, just being able to pop something really strong. Link Spider. Link Spider is very good. 1 normal monster. It's for Brigadine. Just being able to go into this, another monster. You got Verte, then you got this guy, and then there's just a whole mess. So Link Spider is definitely needed 100%. Trying to do this properly so it makes sense. Cherubini. So Cherubini of the Burning Abyss is just really good. It's just super good. You 2 level 3s is easy enough, and then you can send something to the graveyard for pretty much free. You know, you send something to the graveyard, this guy will get an attack boost, that doesn't matter, but literally, you send anything from your deck to the graveyard. So if you're able to get the Cherubini, you get your token, and you get your Omni Negate immediately. Unless they could stop it, you are good to go to just combo off. It is insane. You also then link this away. You have Verte. Verte is just very good. Again, it should have been banned. 100% Verte should have been the card banned. I truly believe that, and that's not me just being like a salty hero player, but like Verte is too powerful. So, and plus with Verte coming out in gold, it is so cheap now. You need to have a Verte. You definitely need to have, if you're running DPE, you need to have Verte. I run Verte in my hero deck. You know, I don't even make it all the time, but having this here is incredible. So 1 Verte. Artifact Dagda, again, Dagda is just there for the Scythe block. You summon Dagda, if you're able to get Verte also on the field, you activate Verte, activate Dagda. It's kind of GG at that point, unless they can really play through not going through their extra deck, but pretty much everyone has to. So it's just too good. It's just way too good. We are running one Nightmare Phoenix for now. I'm definitely changing this. There's 2 spots in this deck that can be changed, and I'll show you them after I go through the entire deck, but Nightmare Phoenix is one of them. It's good, but there are better options, so for now Nightmare Phoenix is in. It won't be in for too long. Rusty is just Rusty's just too good, you know? Being able to it's just way too powerful. Being able to send a Phantom Knight to the graveyard, and then you can set a spell or trap into the zone. Like, that's literally just a free Fog Blade. Or if you want to go for like Wing or whatever, it's crazy. Rusty, very powerful. You link off literally your level 2s. It's usually Cherubini. Rusty is just all powerful. Just too powerful. Then the basics. Nightmare Unicorn. Just be able to pop off something off the field, take it off. It's just really strong. You're basically link climbing at that point. Unicorn. If you kind of have like a mishmash tool deck of like, oh, these are just really good cards, you run Nightmare. Easy enough. And Phantom Knights, that is no different. And then your blowout card, Access Code Talker. This card is insane. It is really powerful. I don't think it needs to be banned or anything, but like, it's just a really powerful card. I have so many of these because I got really lucky in El Dorado opening those, so I have a lot of these. I only need one, but yeah, so we have access code in the Phantom Knight deck. Literally, you link climb from Unicorn to access code, and off you go. Just pop, blow up, attack, win the game, GG no re. Alright, we are running one Levier the Sea Dragon. This deck just has pretty much the entire deck is level 3s, so Levier being able to detach a material and then add a banish level 4 lower monster and special summon it, like that's crazy. It's nutty. So really good card. Being able to just get something back. You removed a lot of Phantom Knights or even a Water Enchantress, why not? You know, go crazy with it. Get it back, summon it, link off. It's nutty. Really good card. You could run 2 of those if you really wanted to. Speaking of 2, we have the Phantom Knights of Breaksword, or I guess just Breaksword. Definitely need 2 copies. This card is just really good. Being able to attach a material from this card, and you target a card in the field, and like a card you control, it's kind of like a little DPE. You know what I mean? It's really strong. And then if he's destroyed, you get the special summon 2 Phantom Knights. They both level 4. You know, that's not too bad, honestly. It's really not too bad. Like, it's not amazing, but you know, the effect of it can only be dark monsters is fine. You play so much dark in this deck, it's totally cool. But Breaksword, really strong. I would say keep this at 2 copies. You can level 4 go into a lot of different stuff, a lot of different cool stuff. So yeah, so that's really cool. Time Thief Redoer is a card I'm testing out. I don't mind it. This is the option that I think can be replaced. So I firmly believe these 2 spots are up for debate. You can pretty much replace either of these, or both preferably. So Redoer and Nightmare are the ones I'm testing out currently. Nightmare I know I'm getting rid of. Redoer I'm not 100% sure yet. I do kind of want to put the Dark Charmer in here, probably in place of Redoer, and then Nightmare probably go for something else I'll show you afterwards. But yeah, these 2 are the ones I'm looking to get rid of in the deck. And then we have a very easy combo, Downerd Magician. You only play Downerd because it during main phase 2, you know, you can just XYZ summon this over Breaksword. So, and then all the material gets attached, and then you XYZ into, or Z summon into Zeus. Zeus is such a cool card, and it looks cool too. That is a benefit. Cards that look cool, A+. So you would basically, so let's say, for example, you have 2 right here. You attack with Breaksword this turn. Main phase 2, you go to Downerd Magician, and then you go into Zeus. Or there we go. We'll do it like this. You go into Zeus. you now have 4 material Zeus. Insane. Super, super good. But that is the actual extra deck I'm running. Again, Redoer and Nightmare Phoenix can be removed, but for now they're in the deck. So let's talk about some things you can put in the deck. So obviously, you put the Dark Charmer in. I'm getting one Friday, most likely, to put in, so that's neat. But these are some of the other things you can add in. So, number 75, Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. You kind of ran this before sometimes. It only takes two level 3 monsters, which is cool, and his effect is not that bad. More of a little bit of spice and kind of like, haha, pranked. Don't necessarily think you need it, but it's an option if you want. So put that over there. Evil Swarm Nightmare. Okay. This card is not good. But when your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach one material from this card and change it to defense. Specifically face down defense. It's just kind of funny. Is it good? Probably not. Is there better options? Yeah, but if you want to just have a laugh, Evil Swarm Nightmare is an option. Almirage is probably the card going in the deck. I know you'll be running 2 level 1s, or sorry, yeah, you'll be running 2 Link 1s, but Almirage is just really, really powerful. One normal monster with 1,000 or less attack, that's Brigandine right there. Being able to tribute this card, target a monster you control, can it be destroyed by card effects this turn, and then when a normal summon monster you control is destroyed by battle, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Just utility. Like, I know I'm reading the description, but just so you know, it's just a really good card. So I'm thinking of adding Almirage in over Nightmare, and then replacing Time Thief with Dark. Think that might be the play. But there are other options, so Almirage, really good card. Tech choice if you want to add it. The 2 last ones, so Appaloosa, just a good negate, you know. Appaloosa does take 4 material, obviously different names and stuff like that. Can't do tokens, unfortunately. But Appaloosa is just a really good card. I was running it in the deck before. I had mild success with it. I didn't always summon it, but when it came up, it came up. So you can add this into the deck as well. This is probably, I'm not going to say it's on the tier of like these two, but it's pretty low on the, like, it is better than these two, obviously. But in Phantom Knights, sometimes there's just better options. But I'm giving you the choice. If you want to run Appaloosa, you totally can. It's free, basically. Phantom Knights are so free when it comes to being able to summon from the extra deck. So you can run Appaloosa. And then the last card is IP Masquerena. Again, just a really good card. Honestly, just a really good card. Pass on Masquerena on the field and then be able to adjust where you need to on your opponent's turn. Very, very strong. So you can add this into the deck. It's good, but I think there are better options. But hey, if you like IPM Masquerena, Phantom Knights can run it easily, especially with the Brave Token engine and all that stuff. But Almirage, I think, is the one I'm going to be adding in, and then probably a Dark Charmer, I think, will be the 4th, or the 15th. Either that, or I'm keeping Redoer in, so yeah. Alright, and now we're going to go into side deck options. There's a lot of the side deck here. You can also add some of these into the main deck if you really, really want to. I'm just saying side deck because, I don't know, why not? I think I've given you a lot of options where none of this stuff would really make sense in the deck, like, at all times. But hey, if you see something in here you want to add to the main deck, by all means, go for it. So, we have 3 Dark Ruler. This is really just budget droplet. If you don't have droplets, you don't want to run Chalice, Dark Ruler is good too. So, 3 Dark Ruler right there. We have 2 Cosmic Cyclone. You can run a third of these, but usually in my side deck I have 2 Cosmic and then 1 Harpies, like 1 Feather Duster, sorry. It's usually just the ratios I like. But you can run 3 of these if you really want. So, 2 Cosmic. A tech option you can run is 3 Triple Tactics Talent. These are really, really good. Start to run them in my hero deck, and they've come up. So definitely very, very handy. You can run them in the main deck if you really want to. I don't think you need it, but you can definitely do it. Probably better as side deck cards, depending on what you're playing. If you're playing someone super, super heavy hand trap and you need that extra oomph, Triple Tactics talent can really get you there. You have the one Harpy's Feather Duster. It's just Harpy's Feather Duster. It's really strong. You know, have one in the side deck minimum. 3-dimensional barrier. I was running these in my hero deck and my side deck, and it was really helpful against certain people, against certain decks rather. So dimensional barrier can be super helpful here for Phantom Knights as well. You literally stop Sword Soul like in their tracks, and any rogue deck that needs that, like, you notice maybe needs certain things, just dimensional barrier goes through it all. You can't do anything. Good game. 3 summon limit. So summon limit is a going first card. You need to, and this is probably a game 3 option. You wouldn't have this in your deck all the time. Game 3, you're going first. Let's say you make your board, you summon limit. The game's over. Like, that's literally it. Some decks can play through summon limit. A lot of decks can't, especially if you're playing Phantom Knights that puts up negates, especially an Omni negate in the Griffin. So very strong. 1 red reboot. I think you should always have a red reboot, as long as like red reboot and Harpy's Feather Duster. I think 2 cards should always be in the side deck. They help so much, especially with Eldritch being really popular now. Having a red reboot is very strong. 3 Solemn Judgment. I have a love-hate relationship with this card. I love that it stops a lot. I hate that you have to pay half your life points to do it. But yeah, Solemn Judgment I don't think is a bad card. I think you could definitely add it in certain scenarios. I wouldn't main deck it, but hey, you do you, boo-boo. If you want to main deck it, by all means main deck it. And in that same regard, we have 3 Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike is another really good one. I see a lot of people, unless it's a certain, like, kind of not rogue, but if it's a lower tier deck, you usually see these sided in, but you can have them in the main deck if you really want to. It all, again, all this entire tutorial, or this deck list, really heavily depends on what you're playing at your locals. You know, like, that's why I'm giving you so many options. You can literally customize this deck. You don't need multiple videos. You can just look at this one. It will give you so many different options. That's what I really want to bring to you guys. So hopefully you enjoy it. 3 Evenly Matched. Boy, Evenly Matched is a really good card. I don't think it's amazing in Phantom Knights, but Evenly Matched in general is just really good. So if you want to run one, go for it. I don't think anyone's going to hate you for it. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. It just stops spell decks. It really just stops someone who likes to spam a lot of spells. This stops heroes in their track. This stops Sky Striker. Anti-Spell Fragrance, really powerful. 3 Droll. Droll is a must for the side deck, I believe. So I firmly believe this, and a lot of people can vouch for this. Any meta where Droll is important is a bad meta. Droll is important, so this is a bad meta. So through Droll, you stop so many different decks with it. It's just, you know, really powerful. If you time it correctly, you can shut down Prank Kids. You can shut down Invoked, like the dolls, Shadolls, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just really good. It usually ends heroes' turns. Just Droll is really powerful. Artifact Lancia. Lancia is hella strong. Oh my god, it's so good. You stop Virtual World. You stop the Phantom Knight mirror match. You stop Invoked. Why not? It's just... you can also stop the Brave Engine with this. It's really important. So many people are going to be playing the Brave Engine. Like, you know, some people have that money to just drop. So many people are going to be playing it. Artifact Lancia stops it. So, it's just really good. And then the last 4 cards, so... these are really basic. 3 Kaijus, so all Gamma Seal, the reason being because they're the lowest attack. If you really want, if you have a bunch of these, you can run Gardelia too. My Gardelia isn't in a sleeve, and I have a lot of these, but you can run Gardelia if you really want to, but we're opting for Gamma Seal just because it's the lowest attack version, so you can run that. And the last one is just a Pankratops. Pankratops is just really powerful, and in a deck that doesn't really lock you into anything, as long as you play around properly, 1 Pankratops really goes a long way. So, yeah, that is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a really long video, and I apologize, I'm also gonna have to do a lot of edits in this video. I've noticed I had to stop a few times, but yeah, this deck, this Phantom Knights deck, I think is gonna be really strong in this format. This and Eldritch, I think, are gonna be the two best decks in the format, just by far. And then maybe Prank Kids. I see Prank Kids is coming back because of the Brave engine, but this deck is just so goddamn good, and it's really fun to play. So if you're looking to get into it and looking to build another deck, or if you're just a Phantom Knights player that's looking for something different, I hope this deck list video helped you in some way. I really wanted to give everyone like options and stuff. I just didn't want to give you 40 cards and be like, build it, good luck. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to be like, the 32 cards that are important are these, and then those last 8 spots to reach at least 40, you can do so many different things. You know what I mean? I think that was really important to emphasize that literally when it comes to the last 8, you have so many different options. It's really, what do you play against at your locals? How much spice do you want? Do you want more extenders? Do you want, you know what I mean? Like, do you want more hand traps? It's just so many different options. Do you want to draw 2? Do you want to be able to just keep extending? Do you want to be able to take a monster and negate? You know, just so many different options, and even with the extra deck and the side deck as well. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I'm probably going to do more deck lists, kind of like this, giving you tons and tons of options. Maybe an Eldritch one. I kind of want to do Cubic, because Cubic's kind of fun, but my Cubic deck isn't fully built yet, so probably going to wait a little bit on that one. I do want to play a lot of Phantom Knights because, well, they're good, so why not? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Yeah, have a good one. Peace.